You represented the United States at 4 Olympics, winning a bronze medal at 2 of them. Who or what was the toughest match or moment you had in those years? Maybe a moment that defined you, that you remember as being particularly defining in your career.
I would say the bronze medal match in Atlanta in 96, because up to that moment, the United States team had not won a medal, had not fought for a medal in the games. We were on our home turf. It was my second Olympic Games, right? So I had competed in 92 and I had won 2 matches and lost in the 3rd round in Barcelona. I didn't make the podium. I lost to a Japanese guy from Japan. But the gold, silver, and bronze medalists at that Olympics in Barcelona were all guys that I had beat. In fact, 2 of them I was undefeated against in my entire career. The Brazilian and the Cuban I had never lost to. So that's when I knew I was capable of being, on the podium at the Olympic Games. When 96 came around, I was 25 years old. I was fairly in my prime. I had lived in Japan for 6 months. My technique was at a high level. I was amongst the best in the world. I lost at that Olympics to a guy from Mongolia. It was right before the match I was supposed to fight against Japan. So I was like anticipating the match against Japan and I got beat by the Mongolian. So that was kind of a letdown. But the match for the bronze, in front of the hometown crowd, all of my family, all of my friends, everybody who had ever helped me in the sport were in the stands that day, including all my teammates at Brown University that were on the wrestling team and my uncles, my aunts, everybody was in the stands, right? Yeah. So it was like the Jimmy Pedro day. And I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it. But it was a match against the Brazilian for the bronze medal. I had beaten the Brazilian like 2 or 3 times before that. I found myself down in the match. He actually countered me. I came in my Taotoshi and he was waiting for it and he countered me and he scored a Yuko against me. So I was losing the fight. Came down to about the last minute in the match and I was just tucking in my gi and fixing my thing and gathering my thoughts together and the whole crowd just started chanting, USA, USA, USA. And I literally got so much energy. I walked out there, I grabbed the guy, I came in my Taotoshi again. He stepped off the Taotoshi. I threw him with Uchimata for Ippon. Wow. I won my first Olympic medal in front of the hometown crowd. Everybody went bananas. The United States judo team had our first medal from the Olympics. It ended up being the only Olympic medal we won at that games, but it was like a magical moment that defined my career and solidified myself in history where, hey, and now I get to step up on the Olympic podium and I'm an Olympic medalist. And to me, that was my defining moment. And after that, I was sold. Man, I had to go back to the Olympics again. I want to win a gold medal. I want this feeling all over again. I don't care if I have to wait 4 years. Let's do it.
In your career, moments like that, do you think you love winning or hate losing more? So do you live for those moments or are you more driven by just how much you hate losing?
So in order to be a champion, my belief is that you have to hate losing more than you like winning. Hate losing more than you like winning. Yeah. But I live for those moments when you do win. And what excited me the most in my career when I was competing was I loved being in the finals. I loved the spotlight being on me. I can't think of too many times in my career. Of course, there were a few. But there weren't too many times where the chips were down, the lights were on, and I didn't win. I might have lost early in the day and didn't make it to the finals or didn't make it to the medal rounds. But in my career, I have a ton of golds. I have a ton of bronzes, which means the lights are on and I won. And I have very few silvers and very few fifths. Mm-hmm. So I either lost in the early rounds and didn't make to the medal rounds in my younger days, or the spotlight came and I really shined. Because if you look, I don't know how many silvers, but there wasn't very many silver medals in my career that I won. You know what I mean? So I just loved that moment. I didn't feel pressure. I loved the crowd. I loved being in the spotlight. I wasn't nervous when it came to the finals, or I knew I was getting a medal. It didn't matter. You know, so it was just me against the other guy. And that's how I always saw it. And I just loved that moment.